Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. It's me here. In today's video, I want to show you how to make your own soap from scratch using a very simple technique that anybody can do even after the shotgun has been fired. This is not only going to be helpful for all of the ladies out there, but guys too. We all need soap and it's a very easy thing to make. So we go over the entire process, so you can have a large quantity of this. It's going to last a long time, especially if you make a big batch. It's also going to help prevent bacteria and fungus and things like that from growing, because that's just basic chemistry. We're changing the pH level of something, altering it, and that changes what types of organisms can grow and thrive and survive in that environment. So I'm going to show you how to make your own soap from scratch. Let's get started. You can see right here, our main ingredient is lye. Lye is a strong alkali, and it's very, very important when making soap that you use a mild form of lye, which is called potassium hydroxide. There are different types of lye that you can use. You can actually use sodium hydroxide. What I have here is actually potassium hydroxide. That's why I say it's a mild form. In my opinion, I don't think that any form of lye should really be used in an urban environment because it is very dangerous. You can burn yourself very badly with it. But if you're out in the sticks and you've got some access to some potash, you can actually boil that down and extract the lye from it, and then use that as a substitute. Now the reason why I recommend potassium hydroxide is because the soap that you end up making with potassium hydroxide is a little bit softer, and so it's good for cold climates. If you're going to be making soap for like hand washing or for hygiene purposes, you might want to use potassium hydroxide. The next ingredient is water. Just use distilled water. The next ingredient is olive oil. Any type of olive oil will work. I would recommend extra virgin, but don't go cheaping out on this. This is very important. You want to use a high-quality olive oil. The next ingredient is coconut oil. Again, you can go cheap on this, but I wouldn't recommend it. The next thing is vitamin E oil. This is optional. I recommend putting it in there. And then the last thing is going to be fragrance oil. So if you're making soap for your wife or for your girlfriend or something like that, you might want to put some sort of fragrance in it. Otherwise, soap doesn't really have a smell unless you add a fragrance. First step is going to be to heat the water. Use a thermometer and make sure that you get the temperature of the water between 86 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Once you get the temperature of the water to that range, then you're going to take your lye and slowly mix it into that water while stirring constantly. I'm going to speed this part up because it's really boring to watch. And then once all of the lye has been mixed in, you're going to let that sit for about 20 minutes. During that 20 minutes, the lye is going to react with the water and it's going to produce caustic soda, or what some people call sodium hydroxide. While that 20 minutes is ticking away, you're going to take your oils and weigh them out. Make sure that you have equal parts of each oil. In this recipe, I'm using 4 pounds of each oil, so that's 12 pounds total, and that will yield around 5 pounds of actual soap. When you're making soap, you lose some in the process because you're going to have some water that evaporates off. You're going to have some lye that doesn't react. So generally you lose anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds of whatever you're making. Once the 20 minutes has elapsed, you're going to take your thermometer and you're going to check the temperature of that mixture. You want it to be between 90 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's below 90 degrees Fahrenheit, then you're going to have to reheat it. And if it's above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, then you're going to have to cool it down. Once you get the temperature to where it needs to be, you're going to take that and pour it into the oils and start mixing them together using a stick blender. I'm going to speed this part up because again, it's just boring to watch. You basically just keep blending those until they all combined and it looks like mayonnaise. Once you get that consistency, then you take it off of the heat and you let it cool down. As it cools down, it's going to start hardening and thickening. You can tell by this right here that it's starting to thicken, and as it cools down further, it's going to become more solid. You want to scrape it down along the sides, because you do want it to harden before you get it into the mold. You going to want to spray your mold with some type of lubricant, so it comes out easily, and I'm using a silicone mold so I don't have to do that, but I still like to spray it with some type of lubricant just to be safe. Then you're going to pour it into the mold, wrap it up and leave it alone for 24 hours. So I made this yesterday, and I let it sit for 24 hours. The next day you're going to come back, you're going to take off the wrapping, and then you're going to unmold it. And depending on what type of mold you use, it's either going to look perfect, or it's going to look like mine, which is all scratched up because I'm using a crappy silicone mold. So I wouldn't recommend this type of mold. Just get a plastic mold or a wooden mold. Don't use anything fancy. Next, you're going to let that sit for another 24 hours. That'll give it enough time for it to harden. After 24 hours, you can actually cut it up into bars. I'm going to be cutting it up into half-inch bars. You want to have at least half an inch because if you cut it too thin, it's going to be too soft and it's going to melt in your hands. You want to have enough oils in there to actually make it hard. I'm going to speed this part up and then we'll talk about curing. Curing is very important. You don't want to skip this step. Basically, you're just going to take your bars, and you're going to leave them out in the open air for 4 to 6 weeks. During that time, the soap is going to cure and harden, and it's going to be ready to use. You can actually use the soap as soon as you cut it up, but it's not going to be as good of a quality as soap that you've cured. Curing allows the excess water and the excess lye to evaporate off of the soap, and it makes it harder and it makes it last longer. If you try to use the soap before it's cured, it's going to be too soft. It's going to be too sticky and gooey, and it's not going to lather as well. You're going to go through it very fast if you don't cure it. Curing takes a lot longer than just making the soap, but it's very important. You definitely do not want to skip this step. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop this because it's just boring to watch. It's literally just sitting there curing. So I am gonna speed it up to 10 times and we gonna move on to the next part of the video. Alright, so I am gonna go ahead and show you a close-up of the soap that I made yesterday. Like I said, it's a little bit scratched up because I'm using a crappy silicone mold. It's still soft because it hasn't fully cured yet, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and take a knife and we'll try this out. Alright, so I cut a bar in half, and you can see right here, it's still kind of soft. I would say it's probably not ready to be used yet. It's probably not fully cured, but it's close. I would say it's probably around 3 or 4 weeks, and it looks good. It smells good. It's doing what soap is supposed to do. It's not too runny. It's not too stiff. I am gonna go ahead and save the rest of this for later, and if it was an emergency, I could absolutely use this right now. It's good to go. Hopefully now you know how to make your own soap from scratch. It's very simple. It's not difficult to do at all. Even a child could do this with minimal supervision, and you're going to have a product that lasts a long time. A single bar of soap like this could last you months, if not years. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. Please remember to share and comment and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to Livuga. We have a ton of great videos coming up, and I do want you to miss out on any of them. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.